Hello everyone, so today I have a beach or pool makeup tutorial for you. So I came out with a very subtle look. So if you are going to a pool or to the beach this summer, you don't have to be wearing makeup at all because it's just silly, right? But if you do want to look a little bit more polished and if you do want to look a little bit more put together, so this is like a good makeup to wear for you. Now if you are going to the beach or going to do any activities outdoor, I would highly recommend you to kind of like have some sort of sunscreen. My favorite is by Neutrogena. I use this all over my face. This one is the Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunblock, which is great because if you don't like a greasy feeling from sunblock, this one doesn't have quite as greasy feeling. Well, this one is for your body, so this one is great because this one is one of those like aerosol spray that you just spray all over your body. So I'm just going to show you how I like to spray. So you just like do like that and you're done, and it is very cooling as well, so it's great to throw in your like purse or in your beach bag and anything like that, just because this one does give a very kind of like cooling mist on your body, which is great because when you are by the pool or by the beach it is very hot outside. So highly recommend this one. So okay, without any further ado, let's get ahead and jump into the tutorial. Okay, so before you do your makeup or anything, if you are going to the beach or to the pool or doing some activities outdoor, I would highly recommend you to get a sunscreen or some sort of SPF. So this is what I have. This one is by Neutrogena. This one is the Dry Touch Sunblock. So it's great if you are someone who don't like the feeling of sunscreen, like the feel of the grease of it, so you can definitely use this. And I'm just going to dot it, concentrating more on the T-zone area because your T-zone is kind of slightly more lifted and it's going to just get a lot of exposure to the sun. Okay, then you can kind of like put some sort of like waterproof foundation or some sort of like water resistant foundation. Now the Chanel Vitalume Aqua one is definitely transfer free. This one is great if you want to do like a waterproof makeup. This one is pretty water resistant in my opinion, but today since I'm going for a little bit more lighter coverage, so I'm going to be using my BB cream. This one is by SkinFinish. So I'm just going to pump a little bit. I literally just use a little bit like that and start dotting like all over my face. And this one has SPF 25. But today I'm just trying to like even out my skin tone using this. And we're not going to go for like a medium or high coverage, we're just going to go for a light coverage. So as you can see, I'm not covering the entire spot on my face, and I also not covering my dark circle today. You can just do like a dabbing motion like this just to make the product kind of like blend in more naturally to your face. Now I'm not going to do any concealer, so I'm just going to double up my BB cream on under my eyes like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring back some color to my face, since the BB cream that I was using earlier is slightly lighter than my natural skin tone, although I think it does match me pretty well after it sink in for about like 10 minutes or so. But since we want to look kind of a little bit more sun-kissed, I'm going to be using this Nars Illuminator in the color Laguna. This one is pretty dark. If you use it just a touch, I think that's okay. So I'm just going to be using a stippling brush that looks like this. This one is by Sigma. Just taking a little bit on my ring finger, and I'm just dotting it like that. Now this looks super scary when you first kind of like dot it on your face, but this one is great if you kind of like want a little bit more natural look, just because this does blends into your skin pretty well. So I'm just going to like blend it like that. So see, that one gives a very kind of like subtle look. As you can see, it does blend to my natural skin tone very well. It doesn't leave any streaks, so this brush is definitely the way to go with this kind of like Nars Illuminator. Now you can kind of like build it up this one is definitely buildable. I'm just going to show you if you kind of want to build it. As you can see, this stuff is not cakey at all. I believe you can kind of like mix it with your foundation as well, but if you do have like oily skin, I wouldn't recommend that. So I've been looking slightly more bronze now. I'm going to be using a blush just to, you know, make you look a little bit more kind of like have that red tints from like going out in the sun a lot and stuff like that. So you can use like any blush, but I'm just going to be using a mousse blush or like cream blush, and I'm going to be using this berry color blush. This one is by Topshop. You can use like pinks or peach, or those color is also going to be great for tinge your cheeks, but this color is actually going to give you a natural flush. So I'm just going to take 2 fingers and dab it to my cheeks. So that's it. For the face, you can even like put a highlighter. I would recommend you to choose kind of like a nice highlighter like this. This one is by MAC. This one is soft and gentle. I'm just going to take my ring finger and just dot a little bit, just a little bit, just because this color is kind of shimmery and it doesn't look as natural if you can like use a lot. Okay, so if you don't want to do like your eye makeup, it's okay, because in the beach I don't see anybody kind of like wearing a lot of makeup. But if you want to do, and if you want to look a little bit more polished, I will recommend you to use the, first of all, you just take your primer. I'm using my Urban Decay primer potion. And you can kind of use a big brush like this just to take a highlight color, which I'm just going to use Virgin. This one is my favorite highlight color. Just give a nice wash all over your eyes, and I'm just taking Naked, which is like a light taupey color, on a fluffy brush, and just put that on the brush. For eyeliner, you can use like pencil if you don't like the harsher look by the liquid liner, but pencil does kind of smudge a little bit. So I'm just going to be using a, you know, this kind of liquid eyeliner. This one is my favorite by K Palette. So I'm just going to make a thin line. Well, this liquid liner is also great if you like to do a thin line with your eyeliner. This is not the most ideal liner for doing like a cat eye look. I'm just going to curl my lashes. And you definitely want to have some sort of waterproof mascara. I'm going to be using my favorite one. This one is the Falsies by Maybelline. Now this doesn't smudge at all, which is great if you want to go to the pool or to the beach, just because I've done this before and it looks fine. This one is truly waterproof. I like this one. This might flake a little bit if you like sweating or if you like swimming and stuff like that, but nothing too bad. Okay, and if you don't want like any smudging, you can like skip your lower lash line altogether, because it does smudge if you put it in your lower lash line. So you can kind of like stop it here for the eyes if you kind of just want to look a little bit more put together and more polished. But since I want a little bit more fun look, I'm going to be using a Sephora eyeliner. This one is a waterproof eyeliner. I do believe that this one is waterproof because I think it doesn't pass on my waterline or on my lower waterline. So this one is a great pick as well, and this one is a lot cheaper than the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner or the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. So I'm just going to put this on my lower lash line and lower waterline, so you can As you can see, it gives a nice fun pop on your eyes. I'm just going to go close up a little bit. So this is the final eye look. This one is a nice, just like a neutral and very subtle eye makeup with a pop of color on the lower lash line. To finish up the look, I'm going to redefine my eyebrow a little bit just because my eyebrow looks kind of washed up. I'm just going to use the shade from my Naked palette, and I'm going to use Bug mix with Naked. Okay, now for the lips, I'm going to be using one of my favorite lip glosses of all time. This one is NYX Megashine lip gloss in color Sweetheart. This one is a little bit more on a nudie, beigey pink color, and it's slightly frosted. So if you like having a very tan skin looking, I definitely go for like a nudie pink color lip gloss like that. Okay, so that's it for today's tutorial. So I hope you can kind of like get inspired on what to wear on the beach or on the pool, because all the products that I use are pretty water resistant and transfer free. So I think those are kind of like a good recommendation. And tell me what is your signature kind of like look if you are going to the beach or the pool, and just enjoy the rest of your summer. And August is coming, so that means I'm going to be doing a back to school series soon, like this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.